Bull or bear tonight? It is just coming up bears lately. Hey, what's up? This is Brian Kuzmar with Commercial Rare Coins and Precious Metals in beautiful Lauderdale by the Sea. Got the live LBTS cam up here. You can see there's some youngsters out there having fun, enjoying the beach, and the sun's going down. Therefore, that big shadow right there that you see. And wow, actually, I would like to be out there neck deep in my water right now. Neck deep in my water. Neck deep in this water because it is like 90s outside, and this water temperature is probably around, I'd say 78 to 81, just giving a good guess, probably closer to that 81. Way underestimated at 78 degrees. And lots of people just walking along the sidewalks. I am in my store right now doing this video live from my store. It is closed right now, but I'm enjoying watching all the traffic and the people enjoying the evening, walking by and doing their evening beach walk and stuff. If you've never been to my store, if you take this pier right here and you go all the way down this way, go about 2 blocks, and that's heading west. I'm about 2 blocks on the north side of Commercial Boulevard in Lauderdale by the Sea. We're open 10 to 4 Mondays through Fridays. There's my little plug. But what a beautiful evening out there. Let's move into markets. First, I'll talk about my quote of the evening, which is, "It is the rule of law alone which hinders the rulers from turning themselves into the worst gangsters." This is Ludwig von Mises. And it's it's an older quote, and I believe it 100%. I'm constitutionalist to the hardcore. I believe the Constitution was written by our founding fathers, knowing that the future would change. There would be all kinds of changes, but these were basic fundamental laws that we had to follow. They weren't specific, and they weren't specific for a reason. But without going into that, let me say that this is absolutely true. Without the rule of law, alone, which hinders the rulers from turning themselves into the worst gangsters. The problem we have now is that we've allowed the gangsters to write the laws, and that's, that's the truth of the matter. And the gangsters, mobsters, whatever you want to call them, but we've allowed the gangsters to write the laws. Not the Constitution, because they can't rewrite the Constitution. There's no way they can rewrite the Constitution. They can add amendments to the Constitution all they want, but they can't rewrite the Constitution as much as they'd love to do that. But really, folks, we've elected, for the most part, I would say, and I'm not going to give specific names when it comes to the blue or red party, but I'm going to say 98% of the people in the blue and the red party need to go somehow, some way. They don't represent, well, either one of those parties really represent Americans in any kind of way. But you know my opinion on that. Let me move into the next quote. And I'm not going to, I've been saying, I've been kind of doing a little research on who the quotes are from. If you listen to my videos and you're not familiar with who Ludwig von Mises is, you probably really should know. Make sure you stop this video and or do a pause, or at some point do a Google search on Ludwig von Mises, because you'll learn a lot from this gentleman. Another quote that I really liked, and this is from a lady that wrote a book. She's a young lady. I believe she's a libertarian as well. And she's, let me think here, motivational speaker or something like that. I didn't pull up her bio here, but it's somewhere. You can look it up yourself. "When the rule of law disappears, we are ruled by the whims of men." And she's absolutely correct about that. I took a look at her bio. For such a young lady, man, boy, she nailed it. It's nice to see young people out there nailing this kind of stuff, and she's absolutely correct about that. And as I said, folks, the problem we have right now is we've got the criminals writing the laws right now. And that's my opinion. I believe both parties are pretty much corrupt. It's a duopoly, the power sharing agreement between two parties that do nothing but keep spending more money on weapons and war, and increasing the amount of 3-letter departments that we have out there, the IRSs, the FBIs, the CIAs. All right, you know where I'm going with this. And boy, I should do a political show one day. I keep saying that. But I think for certain my videos would never make it up on YouTube, even though I think I'm kind of being flagged a little bit right now. I don't think my videos would never make it up on YouTube. But who gives a shit? Listen, I'm happy if 10 people are listening, right? You know how you change the world? One person at a time. That's how you change the world. One person at a time. It kind of grows. if your intentions are sincere. All right, let's move into spot prices because that's what we're really here to talk about. I'm going to do a quick refresh. You know, a lot of you wonder where I get my spot prices. It's from CCE. CCE, Certified Coin Exchange, is really, the original name was, oh my gosh, I can't remember the name of the system originally, but it started with a teletype system. When I first started working for my father in Boca Raton at my father's store, he had what they call a teletype system, and it had this coin dealer system right here, and that's basically what that is oh my God, I can't even remember the name. I think I'm losing it as I get older. But no less, we used to have a little tape, like like a long tape, like a ticker tape, that you would type your buy and sell messages in. You would feed it into this machine, and it would go to a printout across the country, across the telephone lines, and all the other coin dealers out there would be. What's the name of that system? Some of you absolutely know what it is, and you can mention in the comment section below. But anyways. My father started on this system, which is now called CC, way back then. I'm still on it today. It's a proprietary trading system for rare coins and precious metals. A lot of the big dealers are out there on the system. And again, it's probably $200, $300, $400 a month. I lost track of how much they charge us per month to have this. Their spot prices are okay, not the best, but they're pretty much spot on when it comes to being updated. And if you look right here, we're looking at 1712. We're on that above 17 mark. You know, it may have dipped below there intraday trading in the last week or two. Will it go below 1700 still here in the upcoming future? I don't know, but if it does, it represents a great buy. If you're bought in, relax, don't worry about it. You know, go have some fun, go fishing, go do whatever it is that makes you happy. You know, don't worry about trying to hit these things on the low. You'll just drive yourself crazy. I've done it when I was a younger man, but now I'm kind of relaxed because I know the overall trend for gold and silver is upwards, and platinum as well. Silver, 1881. We bounced off that lower $18 mark. It seems to be sitting at a higher $18 mark for whatever reason. But remember, silver is the most manipulated market out there in the COMEX. It is. Out of all the COMEX traded commodities, you know, grain, wheat, oil, whatever the fuck it is, excuse my language, I'm feeling a little loose at the lips right now. And by the way, tonight is brought to you by California Pinot Noir. Did I say? Yeah, I think I screwed that up. But no less. Now, speaking of that, let me take a sip of that real quick as my throat's dry. I talk all day long, folks, and then I do these videos. That's why the morning coffee videos were so great. My voice was kind of up to it. More people walking by my store to the beach, and what a lovely evening it is. Boy, I need to take a walk. So, let me move along from here. Range, 1880, 1881. How's that for a fucking tight range? World spot prices, 1862 to 1893. So we're in the higher 18 mark. You know, will the criminal short positions at the Crimex, Comex markets at NYMEX and Globex, will they knock these markets again in the near-term future? Tough to say. Most likely. I don't think they're done. You know, I think BOFA, with their big short with Goldman, they're like, they're out of it, I think. If they've replaced, well, maybe not. If they replace that silver, they're in the silver. They got to replace that silver to Goldman at what is it? Or JP? I'm sorry, at $23 per ounce, and we're at that sub $23 per ounce mark. Both it probably maybe should have been able to, but that's a lot of ounces that they had to fulfill for that big short position they put themselves in. Physical short. This is not in the COMEX market, so they probably should be out, or maybe they're out. I don't know. I've got to kind of do a little more research or send an email to Ted Butler. And as far as the short positions in COMEX, the big commercial shorts, you know, I believe, again, Mr. Ted Butler said that they are still in a losing position of like $5 billion. What is it? Yeah, $5 billion combined for the big commercial short positions in the COMEX markets. Again, could they close out their positions and just kind of write it off right now? Sure, they could. But these bastards are so greedy that it wouldn't doubt it that they would try to get themselves in a winning position like JP did with their crooked, manipulative behavior during the 2012 market, which they knocked down. Remember 2012, $50 an ounce, gold almost, over $2,000 an ounce. JP knocked the shit out of that market by spoofing and all kinds of illegal bullshit crap. But again, gosh, you can't talk about gold and silver markets without talking about the criminals that are part of the price discovery market and the criminal COMEX CME markets, all right? And again, I hope you're following with me on this. I'm just so tired of talking about it. All three of these metals represent a fantastic freaking buy, in my opinion. Palladium, I don't know, don't care, don't follow that market. Sell so little of it, and don't own much of it either. So it's hard for me to talk about it, especially since I have no expertise in that market at all. But these three markets, I have a lot of expertise as far as watching markets over 3-4 decades now. Is that how long I've been doing this? All right, let me get out of there and move into the 24-hour charts. There you go, 24-hour spot gold bids. I'm going to do a quick, my gosh, what a wonderful evening. If you live anywhere in South Florida, you should come down here and just kind of like sit on the benches and watch all the people walking by and all the doggies and beautiful people as well. No less. All right, I'm distracted easily here. 24-hour spot prices. There you go, right there. This is this evening. We're drifting sideways, bouncing up a little bit, staying about the same in the 17 range with gold. Let's take a look at the silver markets here. Same thing, kind of drifted up a little bit actually into the higher 18 markets. But does this mean that the criminals that in the COMEX markets that play in the COMEX markets, does this mean they're overbanging it? Maybe not. Kind of doubt it. It's hard to guess these things. If I had a crystal ball, we could all make a fortune and put these guys bankrupt with that crystal ball. Listen, the great thing about having a crystal ball, and if we all knew exactly what the markets were going to do in any given situation, especially silver, is we could bankrupt these banks by running a big position against them. But we don't know. And they have much more money than we do. And they are the price discovery. These big commercial crooks are the price discovery in the silver market. So all we can do is follow their price discovery in their crooked markets. But the beauty of all this is knowing how the game is rigged. And I've said that a million times. Of course the game is rigged. Every game in your life is rigged, from elections down to markets. Every game is rigged, in my opinion, all right? But once you know how they're rigged, you can beat the house. So here we go. We know how the game is rigged, and the opportunity to buy real precious metals, not their bullshit paper, at these sub-stupid levels is epic. Really is. Really is. You got to look at it from a positive standpoint like that, because it's true. As far as economies going, listen, the reason you buy precious metals is because the economy sucks, politicians sucks, the world sucks as far as economies and politics. But when it comes to don't get depressed about this kind of stuff. It's easy to get wrapped up in the daily news and all this us against them bullshit that they try to spew against us. And remember, the red versus blue, liberal versus conservative, it's all freaking nonsense. It's all a party created divisive bullshit that they get us to fight with our own brothers and sisters. We all basically are, think about this, we're all liberals. Every one of us out there, we're all liberals, all right? We're, whether it's, we're all liberals. We all want to see other people live their life as they please, as long as they harm no one else and don't make us pay for it. That's liberal. If you don't harm anyone and you're not making someone else pay for your follies, then you should be able to do whatever you want to do in life, all right? That's being liberal, all right? What the leftists and Marxists call themselves liberals, anything but liberal. Conservative, most liberals that I know, the most liberal people I know, I mean liberal in the true sense, you know what I mean? That live and let live, and it's okay that you live that way and that lifestyle, I'm cool with that. You don't make me pay for it, and you don't harm me. You don't harm others. So that's liberal to me. And people that truly live the liberal life, they're conservatives as well. They watch their pennies. They pay their rent on time. They make sure their mortgage is on time. They're responsible people fiscally, and that's what conservative means. Conservative does not mean that you're red. Liberal does not mean you're blue. And in fact, both those parties are anything but conservatives and liberals. But I'm not going to go there. Let's take a look at the United States Misery Index tonight. How miserable do you feel? I'm going to make you dizzy. I'm going to go all the way down to Joe Biden. We'll see how miserable Joe Biden makes us feel. And again, you can look at all the presidents and their misery index as well. Joe Biden, the one thing poor Joe Biden, poor Brandon is suffering right here is inflation. Look at that inflation rate. We haven't seen that since the Jimmy Carter days, and I have a feeling it's going to get even worse. This is the blue line represents unemployment, or employment, I should say, and the red line represents inflation. Those are the two primary components of the inflation, the misery index, which is an important, really, index that people really use. Economists use to indicate things. As you can see, before Biden. Look, this is the critter closures. The critter closures right here, which never needed to happen, as we all know. But I'm not going to get into that kind of tyranny as well. And you can look here, the misery index under the last administration was quite high, even 13.42, mostly based on unemployment. And what was the unemployment based on? Some bullshit lie about Critter 19. All right, so you know why I'm saying Critter 19. I'm going to go back here, and you can look. Jimmy Carter days is the last time you see all that red. Wow, let's keep going back here. Bushy boy, Mr. Warmonger. There we go. Bushy, another. Well, I actually didn't mind that guy too much. He understood the dangers of war. There you go. Not until the Reagan years, the Carter years, and who is that? Ford and Nixon. Do you see those kind of inflation levels, folks? That's why they keep comparing now to the 1970s. But you know what the difference between 1970s and now is? We have high inflation now. They had a high inflation then, but we have a dollar that's so freaking deflated. We also have trillions of dollars in debt, something we didn't have back then. You can't even the only thing you can compare is the inflation. So what these major debts and all this stuff is telling me, the world discontent, political discontent, economic discontent, problems with the fiat dollar failing, is that we're in for some big bad times, folks. Precious metals is a good place to be. I'm glad you're there. I feel good there. As far as the recessions, look at this. Oil prices, too. I haven't looked at this chart in a long time. The comparison of oil and gold. What do the two have in common? Well, they're real money. They're commodities. You need oil. Oil is a true, real commodity. It's based on don't forget that it's also based on the crooked COMEX markets. Remember, oil once spiked to minus $40 a barrel. Tell me how that happens in any market other than COMEX, because it's fucking crooked, folks. Not just the silver and gold markets, but all the markets are. Get used to it. CME, in my opinion, is a bunch of frickin' mobsters up there, only worried about making the big, letting all the crooks play in the marketplace and do illegal shit besides. But let me get out of there. One thing I didn't do, I want to do real quick, is the gold to silver ratio. We haven't done that in a little while. Let's take a quick look here. Boy, there we go. 1,712.83 divided by 18.81 equals.
The answer is approximately 91.0595.
Okay, still quite a high gold to silver ratio, folks. If you were to ask me, I'd say silver is too cheap versus gold is too high, but both metals are really cheap. You can't go wrong buying any of them. If you're already spent, even if you spent at $30 and $2,000 gold, relax, go fishing, go hunting, go ride your motorcycles, go ride your fast cars, go spend time with the grandkids, do whatever it is you do that makes you happy, and relax. Don't worry. Gold and silver is going to take off at some point. And where are we going from here? I think I'm going to go over to gata.org. As you know, you should have this on your bookmark bar. I shouldn't even have to read this stuff to you anymore. I've been telling you for 2 years. Read gata.org if you want to know how the gold markets are manipulated. And if you want to know how silver markets are manipulated, make sure you read Ted Butler. You don't have to get a subscription either. And let's take a look at what articles are here. Absolutely, support people in your local area. Support people that are giving you a good message, like GAT.org. I agree with that 100%. De-dollarization. We have talked about this in my videos 1,000 times. That the problem with the U.S. dollar and the fiat. First off, no fiat currency ever survives for any length of time. The United States is the longest surviving fiat currency in history. The second thing is we even expedited the demise of the dollar by weaponizing it against the world. China, Russia, instead of making friends and making the dollar readily available to them as well, making them dependent on the dollar, and getting along and making business with your people all over the world instead of war. But again, my feelings on this. The governments are run by a war industry, that's for sure. Eisenhower warned us about that. Let me move down here. I am in so many different places right now. Spoofing gold market was common at Bear Stearns, former trader testifies. That's part of the JP trial that's going on right now. Let's see if these 3 traders go to jail. If they don't, and I'm imagining that J.P. Morgan has either paid off some jurors or paid off some judges on this deal, but that's purely speculative and opinion on my point. May not even, probably not true, but yeah, maybe it is. Ted Butler, there's my man. If you want to know about silver manipulation, there's no smarter person out there. Type in his name, silver manipulation, on your Google or whatever search engine you use, and you will learn a lot. Ted Butler believes after this epic sell-off that we're seeing, and I believe 100% he's correct, epic rises ahead for gold and silver. You read the article. You let me know what you think in the comment section below. I'm moving into ZH, and where are we going from here? I'm going to do a quick, oh my God. I can't talk about politics. I just can't. I can't talk about this person right here. This, I'm going to say it, and I don't want to say it because it's so judgmental by me saying this. How do we get these morons? Who elects these morons into office? These smug morons right here, Marxists, socialists, progressives, all the same thing. Except I believe that progressives are people that don't really understand that they're Marxists and that they're being led down that path. They're just the ignorant and unaware. Same thing with socialists, people that call themselves socialists. They're really following the path of Marxism and following the path of communism. And I think that's exactly who that is. And also this person right here and her other squad members out there. That's just my opinion. Dangerous people, folks. And I think they honestly believe they're doing the right thing. I really believe that. I don't think they're evil people. And I don't think they're inherently evil people. I don't think they believe they're doing evil things. I believe that they're so misled and so stupid and they don't understand what they're doing that they think they're doing the right thing. And that's what their passion is about. But look at this, putting their hands behind their back, pretending to be arrested. This is funny as shit. I checked it, it's true. I got to get out of here because there's not much here in precious metals we're going to talk about. Usually ZH had a lot with precious metals and a lot of stuff that we normally talk about, but not too much in precious metals and ZH lately. So I'm getting out of here real quick. You can see SD bullion up here. I normally put JM bullion. Who do I advertise to beat here in Lauderdale by the Sea at Commercial Rare Coins and Precious Metals? I advertise to beat SD bullion, JM bullion, and APMEX bullion on their prices, on their reasonably priced products like gold bars, even eagles and maples and stuff, which are overpriced in my opinion, silver bars and all that stuff. What are the best deals out there, folks? Well, if you live in South Florida, you're not going to get the best deals from SD bullion, JM, or APMEX. You're going to get them from me here at Commercial Rare Coins and Precious Metals. We're open 10 to 4 Mondays through Fridays. And why do again, I'm not dissing SD, APMEX, or JM. And I think that they're big, honest companies that are very competitive to a lot of degree, and I think they'll be around, and I think you'll get your product. I think you'll get a real product. But the problem is that you're sending your money out of town. A couple of you said, well, Brian, I don't know what you say. I'm sending my money out of town. I don't have a good local dealer. But no less, and I'm trading fiat. I know, man. I heard that, Silver Lining. I heard that you're trading fiat, but you know what? That fiat, even I'll take the fiat, man, in South Florida. So you really should spend that money local. Get your local dealer to match prices with SD, JM, or APMEX bullion. They should be able to do that. And again, the important thing is keeping that money local. Silver Liner, I mean, I think you said something about, I remember this in comments because I remember but anyways, you said something about you're just trading fiat anyway. But you know what? If you're living in my town and you were shipping it to APMEX and I could beat their prices, I'd rather have you spend the money over here because that fiat, I'm going to trade it off to other people who are going to trade it off to the banks, but I'm going to spend it with local merchants who still are in the fiat system. We're all in the fiat system. So let's milk it for the best we can, trying to keep that stuff local. Best deals out there are still 100-ounce bars have gone up in premium. I don't know why. Don't ask me why. Kilo bars is still a good deal out there. Still same price, kilo bars, but 100-ounce bars have gone up by 1/4 ounce across the board in the industry. 1-ounce bars have freed up a little bit for me. Generics. Silver Eagles are overpriced, 90% overpriced, and as you know from last week's video, if you trade your 90 and your Silver Eagles for a generic, you're going to come out better. Anyway, watch last Friday's video and know exactly what I'm talking about. And I think that's it. I'm going to move into yesterday's video. I'd like to acknowledge everyone, 24 Karat. Yep. And listen, all you viewers out there, please hit that like and subscribe button and the subscribe button. I know Marcelo told me to say that because I don't ever say that. I just kind of blab and I don't talk about getting new subscribers or hitting the subscribe button. But please hit that like and subscribe button. But all my commenters out there, I encourage you, people that are watching these videos, to go to the comment section, man. I got some really smart, good people out there that comment and make good, good points and everything like that, and are all civil. That's what I like about my comment section. 24 Karat makes some very good points here. And thank you, Bill of Steel. I appreciate that. Ray Davies from the Kinks. I got that Boca Stacker. Thanks for mentioning that. Michael Kuhn says once the check comes in, adding some more silver there. Good deal. Michael Matthews. I need to take a sip of wine here. I used to tip my cup of coffee to Michael Matthews there. Mike, I think you got to do the wine cup now. Or the wine glass. One sec here. Rob says, yeah, I got to be careful what I say here, but absolutely true. And again, let me know what you think that Rob said here. I oftentimes will comment under an alias. I'm going to give my secret away. Not an alias. I have a YouTube account I've had for a long time, and I'll sometimes come out here and comment. Not asking to guess who I am and give me up, but I do keep an eye on all this stuff, and I do comment when I can here. And I do read all your comments out there, folks. And I encourage you to comment with each other as well. Jennifer, what's up? Tree Climber, hey, what's going on? 24 Karat, there you are again. Silas Marner, had your kilo arrive. Good deal, dude. Kilos are the best deal out there. Bye-bye silver, Mr. Darnell. Market seems so rigged, but everything is rigged in our life, Mr. Sitahamamia Vieta. Veta. Okay, I'm probably about chat, but hey, I tried. Thank you very much for commenting. But I can't argue with that as well. Donald, if you invested 25 PS when Carter was president, read the division, you would have 55K. 25 is now. Oh, Don. You're cherry picking, dude. You can cherry pick data from all you want. You can say that, yeah, if you had bought Casio at this point and laid off Casio and bought Apple, you'd be a billionaire by now. But come on, Don. I can show you a Morgan dollar a bunch of Morgan dollars that you could have bought and made a fortune on. But that's collectible. And you don't buy Morgan dollars if you're going to buy bullion. But you know this stuff, Don. Relax, no worries. It's a mistake that a lot of people make, is cherry picking data. And thanks for watching, Don. I appreciate the comment as well. Thank you, guitar. Oh man, you don't want to hear my guitar playing. Thanks, Gary. Both parties suck. I agree 100%, Gary Moore. Kim, love your political stance as well, because it sounds like it's the same as mine. Tough crowd out there for sure. Joey says, buy from on. I'm not spending my money in another state. Oh, Joey said that. Not Silverliner, but yeah, Joey. But man, you don't have a good local dealer. But if you do, find a good local dealer. I know you're laying off fiat, but that fiat will pay your local dealer as well to go out and spend the money locally. And I like keeping the money local, keeping that love local. And money is love to some degree. I know. That's a poor comparison, but money can do a lot of things to help people. And that includes money you spend at your local dealer that he spends at local restaurants and the local stores and stuff that goes into local people's pocket and employees' pockets. Very important, sir. Yeah, I dream of getting rich too. Physical silver. Hey, what's up there, JTBSK2? I like just saying that. That's fun to say. Zane Underwood, thank you, sir. I appreciate that. Rasses. Man, you must be I got a fish tank at home, so I'm a tropical fish guy for sure. Got a saltwater tank myself. So thanks for the comment there, Ras. I'll try to remember that. I'm bad at remembering names. Mia Luck, you know what we do with these comments right here? We remove them, because what is that? Not what should be in our comment section. Sex has got its place, but not on my comment section. It takes 21 ounces per missile. Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. Identical to way. Anyway, that's it. Shep, you know what it is when the video first comes out, sometimes the video will come out with some shitty sound or no sound at all. I've had that happen to me, and you look like your first commenter. So even though you had no sound, you can make the claim for being first. Hey, that's it, folks. Have yourself a great evening. This is Brian Kuzmar with Commercial Rare Coins and Precious Metals, open 10 to 4 Mondays through Fridays in South Florida. If you're not in South Florida, find yourself a good local dealer. If not, you're forced to deal with the big online guys. You know who I like, the three biggies. And other than that, think for yourself, question authority, as I said. And I'm going to close it out right now. Thanks for watching. Have yourself a great evening, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye now.